Hi. I'm even looking for that our music. Our don't music. Multi delays, loads of things, and it might take us. Please welcome on board, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Please, as you come in, help me to share. A lot of our viewers say they don't get to see the notification again. So I don't know what Facebook did to my account, or maybe there's someone playing. They are playing with our this thing. They are tampering with it. But please, if we can share it, people can get to see it, because I just want to update us on the issue of the late Tayo Ayinde. It's very important to set a record straight. In fact, some records straight. Quite important for her to set a record straight. If you can see what I wrote there, setting the record straight about the late Tayo Ayinde. Ó yá ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin tèmi, Ọlọ́run ò ní pa yín lọ́mọ ní kékeré. Please, good evening, Existence Guamasha Mimo Urukoyi. Welcome on board, everybody. Please help me to share it. It's very important. So I would do the sharing while we wait for others to join us before we go ahead. But I'll share it. I'll share it to the group and every other person. I think they will see it in the group too. Just one group I do have anyways. So please help me to share. It's very important. For those that have shared, thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you as you share. Yeah, Late Tayo is going to be buried. She's been buried. The 8 days is tomorrow, Monday, the 21st. So we've posted it on Niger Styles and Beauty Tips, like you know. Yes, please help us to share. You're all welcome to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. And your host, like you know, is Ajoke. Ọmọ yín náà ni Ajoke yín tí ò common. Fine girl, quiet babe. Ọmọ wọn ní Ìsàlẹ̀kó, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ọmọ wọn ní Ẹ̀gbálé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Now, straight to the point. We talked about a young lady that committed suicide because of marital issue. Tayo Ayinde tó jẹ́ ìyàwó Chief of Staff Lagos State Government Sanwo-Olu, which is, of course, this death is associated to the husband not allowing her to come into the matrimonial home while she traveled to have a baby. And then the husband, of course, has bring in another woman. And like we said, the woman is now the first lady. So they've been having this problem all along. Now, when we came last week, we talked about it. And the lady has been buried. May her soul rest in peace. Everyone gave their opinion about why will a lady take her life, what we can do to support ourselves as women. Gbogbo wa la sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ late Tayo Ayinde tó jẹ́ ọmọ 38 years old. Now there are some issues, that I really want us to clarify here. Ọlá ló máa pé 8 days. Feredeng, welcome on board. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you. Help me to share. So Ọlá ní ó máa pé 8 days tí Tayo tó fi ayé sílẹ̀. The family, we saw our first cousin, Ìyàwó Saraki, Toyin Saraki. She went to greet the family, the husband. And even people were like, why did she go there? Being the first cousin, and because Omojora ni Ìyàwó Saraki. Now, being the cousin, why would she go there? But she went there because of the little children this young lady left. So she went to see the children of our niece. Now, going forward, why am I here today to talk about her? While we posted her out there, we talked about it. People gave opinions, which everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Freedom of speech, Lamangwe. But there is one particular thing, that we, social media influencers, speakers, bloggers, and even commenters, we got to read the first piece from Gist Lover. He was the first person that broke the news and gave us an insight into who Tayo Ayinde is and what really led to the death of poor Doyin Ojora, Doyin Ayinde ni Ojora. So, of course, most of us built our stories from what Gist Lover gave us as an hint. And for some of us that were able to even speak with some family members that are not so close, we still got something. And that was part of what I came to do last week. But surely, money oro kere ni, tí ò bá dínkù, ó máa lékún. So oro kere, tí ó lékún, tó dínkù, òun fẹ́ ká wá sọ lénìí. Kí ni oro kere tó dínkù tó lékún? Number one, Doyin Ayinde's husband, that's Mr. Ayinde, Tayo Ayinde, tí wọ́n jẹ́ chief of staff, sí Governor Sanwo-Olu, the first wife that we read from Gist Lover, and that we said, even after hearing stories, we said that she is late. If you remember that the first story we read was that the first wife is late, the second wife ran away, and the third one is Doyin, and then the fourth one on the way. Now, the first wife is alive, hale and healthy. First wife to Ayinde, Tayo Ayinde, is alive. So that is number one impression I'm going to clear. And I will still go back to it so that we'll talk about it very well. I will tell you all about the first marriage, how it started, the second marriage, till where we are today. Now, there was this voice notes that I played last week too, but because I played that voice notes just to tell, to talk about báwo ni obìnrin ní èèyàn ṣe ń fi ara ẹ̀ fún yà jẹ kí ayé má fi wá ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́. That was what I played that voice note for, because ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bí ìgbà tí ó fi ẹni tó kú ṣẹlẹ́yà. In fairness to that person tó sọ̀rọ̀, I would say pé kó jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run, in case tó bá gbọ́ kó má bínú, mi ò fi, but I'm getting somewhere with this voice note. This voice note has been going viral even after, talking about how this lady died. But because of the fact that maybe we did not emphasize so much and debunk some things in that voice note, the voice in that voice note says she's an eyewitness and a family member of maybe the Ojoras or the Ayindes. So we don't know which of the family members ni ẹni jẹ́. Now, we saw comments like, of course, this lady gba ọkọ side chick ni Doyin. Doyin was never a side chick. Setting the record straight, Tayo Ayinde got married to what's her name again? Sorry, please. I'm going to just look into some things and I'll let you know where we are, coming from and where we are today. So, like I said, the voice notes that went viral went on to say, that this particular person, the late Doyin, married, but I'm still going to go into that voice note. But I want to just clarify some things, in this. Tayo Ayinde got married to his first wife, in 1997. And they were married for about 7 years before the marriage broke down because of another person that he brought in from outside. Ó fún ìyàwó kan lóyún, ó fún ẹlòmíì lóyún after 7 years of marriage. One and 3 children, twins and another child. Meta, 3 children from the first wife. The first wife is alive. Yes, Faradeng. She is alive. Now, they got married and everything, was good for them. Humble beginning for himself and his first wife. Now, after 7 years, Tayo impregnated a lady, brought her home and told the wife that, look, muti fún yàn lóyún. Ìyàwó bínú, wọ́n jà pé láíláí. Tayo took the lady in question, the second wife, took her to his house in Ikorodu, tí wọ́n kọ́ lọ́wọ́ nígbà yẹn. Ó gbé lady tó lóyún fún yìí, ó gbé lọ sí Ikorodu. Wọ́n lọ jọ ń gbé ní Ikorodu. Ó fi ìyàwó ẹ̀ sí low cost housing tó jọ ń gbé. Ó fi sílẹ̀ níbẹ̀. Now, ìyàwó kejì ti wà. Òun náà bí ọmọ 4 fún Tayo Ayinde. Òun ni mo fẹ́ kí a máa gbọ́ ẹni tó sọ pé second pé Doyin gba side chick ni Doyin. Doyin was never a side chick. She was not even in the picture at all. Do you understand? So, now, second wife Fude ó bí ọmọ 4 fún Tayo Ayinde. Along the line, I'm still going to explain it better, but because we're going to go over the voice notes and I'll talk over it. Now, after the second wife, so be ọmọ mẹ́rin pé first wife ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ because Ọlọ́run ò lè gbà mọ́ gbà tó ti fi sílẹ̀ ilé tí Tayo tó ti kó lọ sí inú ilé tuntun wọn tí wọ́n kọ́ sí Ìkòròdú. So, ó wá move on pẹ̀lú second wife. Second wife yìí ti bí ọmọ 4. Wọ́n ti live well, about 12 years or so. But I'll still go over it. Wọ́n live well. Along the line, Funky Jake, welcome, ma. You're welcome, sis. Along the line, the marriage started having problems. Remember the first wife Tiloti kò dá sí wọn mọ́, but wọ́n ní Tayo Ayinde máa ń tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. They started having problems after, while they were married to the second wife. But the first wife is the legal wife. She was the legal wife. And Tayo never divorced her, even after marrying the second one, Tobi Mometa fún. First wife, ọmọ mẹ́ta ló bí ìbejì àtẹyọkùn, ó jẹ́ mẹ́ta. So second one, tí ó wọlé, tí ó jẹ́ pé òun gangan la máa pè ní side chick because the wife was still in while she got pregnant and ọkọ ẹ̀ fẹ́, ṣé ti understand? So òun bá ìyàwó nínú ilé, tí ó jẹ́ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ was still legally married to the man. Now, gbogbo years tó fi wá fẹ́ra wọn, Tayo Ayinde ò divorce first wife ẹ̀. Ṣé rántí pé first wife ò ṣe nǹkan fún ọkùnrin kò ṣe ìwà ọkùnrin ni. Ìyàwó ò dẹ̀ bá jà kò bá ṣe oníkálùkù bá tiẹ̀ lọ ni. But wọn ò divorce. So all along tó bá ti ń fẹ́ ìyàwó kejì yìí, ìyàwó kejì bímọ, ó wà ń bẹ̀ òun ò mind pé ọkọ ò divorce wọ́n ṣáà jọ ń ṣe yọ̀tọ̀ mi. Bí ọkọ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbọ́ stories nìyẹn, I'll still go in depth into it. Wípé well, second wife tá à ń sọ yìí, ó ń wo àwọn ìwà kan according to bá ṣe gbọ́ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n yan àlè, infidelity on her part, and apart from infidelity, they said ọ̀rọ̀ jazz náà tún wà ń bẹ̀ wípé wọ́n ní ó wà fetish and all that. So I don't know, but that was what we heard. Now the second one, he started having problems with Tayo Ayinde. By this young girl to quote see in the story at all, she understand, because on fair I for about 12 years. No feature was together. Now, gbogbo story city ó ti wá di pé wọ́n máa ń jà gan nínú ilé wàhálà. Tayo Ayinde now said, now it's over between us. One day there was a day the lady went out, and before she came back, Tayo ti change gbogbo lock gan bó ṣe máa ń ṣe yìí náà bó ṣe ṣe sí ẹni. Ó dẹ̀ gba hotel fún second wife yìí, kò jẹ́ kó wọnú ilé mọ́. That was it. She left. After some time, I think she traveled abroad. I'm still going to go in depth into it. But the long story short is this. While she left, it was another 4 years before Doyin came into the picture. Doyin came into the picture when Tinubu made, our Baba Jagaba made this lady, this man, Tayo Ayinde, is chief of staff. I mean, started working with Baba Jagaban, and Tayo Ayinde was without a woman in the house. There was no woman at all in Tayo Ayinde's life when Doyin was introduced to him by Oniru. Obawa Oniru was second in command to Tayo Ayinde, working together for Tinubu as at that time. Adidaun Olowofumi Otokitiyo, you're welcome. So let me take my tea. Doyin was never in the picture. So it was while Tayo was just living the bachelor life that Oniru introduced his niece, late Doyin, to him. And when Doyin came in, Doyin said, no, you were once married. You have to do the proper divorce. Remember, the second wife had nothing about marriage or whatever. I don't know. But the first wife was still legally married to Ayinde. So Doyin said, no, let's do it the proper way. You get your divorce cleared, then we can do the next thing. Princess Kudirat, you're welcome, ma. So we can go and do the proper thing, do the divorce, and then, so they had the divorce, Tayo had the divorce with the first wife quietly, and did the marriage registry with Doyin. So the second wife was not in the picture at all. She had relocated to the UK or US, wherever she relocated to, before, this lady came in. So when everybody, last week, after the program, I saw comments like, she beside Chiklo, and all that. And Kilofa, need to be Ola Oye Joseph, thank you so much for giving us stars. God bless you. As you come in, please give us stars. To help the needy, we use the proceeds from the stars to help the needy in the society. Please give us stars. Thank you so much, Ola Oye Joseph, for giving us stars. Thank you. So, so they did the wedding quietly. They went to the registry and they got married. So that is it. I'm going to show you the pictures of the first wife. Pé kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ló mú side chick lòun náà. She was never a side chick. And now, this person, the sends the voice note, or maybe she called into a program. I don't know how this voice note came on. We saw the voice note too. But this voice note has been going viral even after we are trying to debunk everything. Do you understand? But one thing continue that no man go viral. This video that I saw, let's play it again. And then I will read to you and I will tell you exact year that everything took place. And that's why I want to ask the person that called into that show or sent the voice. I don't know how the voice note came out. I just saw it too online. I don't know who she is.
Sherry sister, pàṣẹ fi ìyálé lọ́rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, ó wà lókè àjà fún ìyàwó. Ìyálé náà ti go into depression lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ ìrí ńgbà tó òun jáde, wọ́n ṣe wedding fóun. Ṣé Yorùbá yẹn yé? Girlfriend bàbá ọjọ́ra yẹn ló fóun lóyún. Ṣé dẹ̀ máa wọ́n ìyá me and my husband yẹn, òun ni ìyá tájọ wà lọ́jà ọ̀dọ̀ wa yẹn.
Number one, analyzing this voice notes. Auntie, please, I don't want you to see me as somebody that is debunking whatever you are going to be saying here. But I stand in for the late doing. That late doing was never a side chick. So Ayinde, while the second one was there, no. Now I will read. Because the people that got in touch with me not because of doing, but got in touch with me because we are all speculating that the first wife was dead while the poor woman is still alive and our children are doing greatly well. So they were surprised to see that we pay Akilode. Kò sí tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ níbo lẹ ti rógùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí kí ló kọ bọ̀bọ̀ yìí máa ṣe ń sọ kí ló tiẹ̀ ń jẹ́ gan-an. So let's talk about Tayo Ayinde. Tayo and his first wife. This is the first wife. Let me show you the first wife. She's alive. She's not dead. This is Tayo Ayinde's first wife. Tonje Aino. This is the first wife. Abi alaba lonje get matun go that I know bin ko lonje my bo dada ki mat here. So this is Tayo Ayinde's wife. You can find out she's living well with her children. She doesn't have any problem with anybody. She's alive. She is not dead. O de bi omo meta o malalu barika meta fun Tayo Ayinde. So we have our receipts here. Now, how did Tayo Ayinde begin his life with this beautiful angel, mother of 3 of his first children? They said Tayo Ayinde met Aino, that's the first wife. Tayo Ayinde met Aino when he was working with SSS. Shangisha, Lagos, as an accountant. So Tayo Ayinde has a good job. He's an accountant. And he started his career with SSS Shangisha. So he met this young, beautiful lady there called Aino. Tayo has an HND in accounting from Federal Poly Oko. Ibeni Tayo Ayinde Kawe. Met this lady in 1997. They got married legally. And shortly after, they had their first male child. So after to marry, will be Omo Okunrikun. And 3 years after, they had a set of twins. Pé Ọlọ́run ọba ó tún fún wọn ní ìbejì. Ọkùnrin kan, obìnrin kan. Ó wá jẹ́ ọkùnrin méjì, obìnrin kan. The first wife, Àǹtí Àìná, ni wọ́n bí fún Tayo. Legal wife. Àwọn gangan ní kí ni? Legal wife. Now, the boy graduated in law. The second boy, to get twin, graduated in law 2 years ago. Only 2 years ago. Graduated from a university in the UK. While the girl is in her final year in adult nursing in the UK. So, you can verify. The first child was also in UK but left from Nigeria and completed his BSc in Joseph Ayo Babalola University last year. 1 year needs some academic so but it's finished now. Now back to the main thing. Both Tayo and his first legal wife were both living as husband and wife legally, living in a government flat. Nígbà tí Tayo Ayinde Tayo tó máa marry obìnrin yìí, kò tí ì sí owó púpọ̀. Òun la ṣe máa ń gbàdúrà pé Ọlọ́run bá kó bá gbé ọwọ́ àwọn ọkọ wa ga. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, tọ́wọ́ wọn bá ti wá ga, kó má ga jù, kó má ga nǹkan tó máa bà ilé jẹ́. Now, they were living in a government flat while they were there. In 1999, when Tinubu became the governor, he made Tayo Ayinde resign from SSS and became his CSO, Chief Security Officer. So he became Chief Security Officer for Tinubu in 1999. And that was how he rose to stardom. The current Oniru, King Bolawon, was made the second in command to Tayo Ayinde. Remember I said, babe, these are Tinubu boys. We call them Tinubu boys. He made them. You understand? So they worked together as security men, and that was how the relationship between Tayo Ayinde and Obawa Oniru, that was how it started. Obawa Oniru was his second in command while they were working with Tinubu. So you can now see why he introduced his niece to him. Now, 7 years into their marriage, 7 years into the marriage, wọ́n gbé low cost housing, kò sí sí nǹkankan. But someone this CSO, that 7 years into their marriage, it was said that Tayo told Ayinde Roberts, that's the wife's name, Ayinde Roberts. Tayo told Ayinde Roberts, then she was then Mrs. Ayinde, but now she's back to her maiden name, Mrs. Ayinde Roberts. Miss Ayinde Roberts now. Now, told his wife then, Mrs. Ayinde, that he had impregnated a lady he met somewhere. And to affirm his claim, he indeed brought the heavily pregnant lady called Titilola home to see Ayinde Roberts. Wọ́n ní uncle wa Tayo Ayinde, nígbà tó ti di CSO, wọ́n ti di big boy. Wọ́n náà kàn délé ńjọ́ náà ni wọ́n dẹ̀ pé ìyàwó wọn jókòó wò, look, mo ti fún yàn lóyún o, mo ti ń ṣe bí gbogbo àwọn ọmọkùnrin ṣe máa ń ṣe o. Ìyàwó ní what? Níbo oyún kẹ̀? O tó bẹ́ẹ̀, ìwọ bá wo ló bá di bó lọ yá mi. Wọ́n ti bímọ mẹ́ta nígbà tá à ń sọ yìí. Ká tó wí ká tó fọ̀, wọ́n ní Tayo Ayinde gbé obìnrin olóyún tí oyún ẹ̀ga tó wọ́n dá ìní oyún ẹ̀ ṣe tó yìí. Wọ́n ló kàn òrùdé ni pé well, ní tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ni o máa ṣe. Títílayọ̀ tí mo fún ní oyún rèé, ṣé Títílọlá ló ń jà bí Títílayọ̀? Títílọlá tí mo fún lóyún rèé. Títílọlá náà wá ṣe ojú yẹn bá wọ́n dẹ̀ wo ìpè Títílọlá fine gan. Wọ́n lọ́ wá ṣe ojú yẹn bá wá ṣe bá pé yes, mo ti dé. mo dé o bí mo ṣe ń dé. Ó gbé wá bá ìyàwó ẹ̀ nínú ilé ni pé well ó ti lóyún. Oyún ti ga, kò ń ṣe oyún tẹ́ lè sọ pé ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́ọ́ ṣe. Ìyàwó bá ní well, he indeed brought the heavily pregnant lady called Titilola home to see Aina Robert. This infuriated Aina and quarrel ensued, and Tayo Ayinde left the apartment they both were living and moved in with the pregnant lady to the house he just completed in Ikorodu. So first house wọn nìyẹn tó complete ní Ikorodu. Ẹ rántí o, àwọn àti ìyàwó wọn yìí mo ní wọ́n jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀. So ìyàwó ló mọ ilé tá ń kọ́ tí a jọ ń kọ́. Now nígbà tí wọ́n gbé ìyàwó yìí wọlé, Títílọlá, ṣe mọ̀ pé Títílọlá ó ti lóyún, ó dẹ̀ ti wá mọ ìyálé. So wọ́n dẹ̀ ní I know me well, I mean òun ò gbà. Ọkọ dẹ̀ ní èmi ti fẹ́ ilé iná. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ ìyàwó lé ẹ̀, wọ́n ti fẹ́ ìyàwó lé ẹ̀ o. Ọláoyè Joseph Adédìé mo rí ni mo ń ṣọ́ gbogbo program yẹn, mo ń ṣọ́ gbogbo movement yẹn ni. Àdúgbò yẹn dé báyìí ó gbé wọlé ni ìyẹn ṣe báyìí ó dé ṣe báyìí ẹ káàsán mà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni orúkọ mi Títílọlá orúkọ mi jẹ́ ó wá jókòó tún cross leg dáyẹ cross leg báyìí pẹ̀lú oyún yẹn dẹ̀ dá tó yìí. So bó ṣe move bó ṣe gbé ìyàwó tuntun lọ sí ilé tí òun àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ jọ ń kọ́. Tí a bá ń sọ pé ilé tí ẹ̀yà àti ìyàwó jọ ń kọ́, fún mi beauty world àǹtí mi ṣe wà ókè. Tí àwọn obìnrin bá ní ilé tí a jọ ń kọ́, kò mí pé kọ́bọ̀ mi wà ńbẹ̀. Ó mí pé nígbà tó tí ní nǹkan kan a jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. We started together. So when you started with working with SSS and you were only earning 5,000 per month, we were together. And then out of that little, you were able to save to build a house. A jọ wà together ni. So nígbà tí ò bá sí nǹkan tó máa fún mi jẹ nínú ilé, tó máa ní kò sówó, ó ṣàmùpá ń ṣe project kan lọ́wọ́ ni. A jọ máa understand. So òun lóbìnrin máa ṣe ń sèrègùn pé a jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ilé yẹn ni. Kò ṣe kóbìnrin yẹn ní kọ́bọ̀ nínú ẹ̀ o. Ṣùgbọ́n obìnrin máa sèrègùn fún ẹ because nígbà tí ò sí, tó yẹ pé nínú nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí obìnrin tó jẹ́ kó fi sílẹ̀ lé lẹ́fi ló ń kọ́ ilé. So òun lóbìnrin ṣe máa ń ní right láti sọ pé a jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. So that's why I'm saying pé ilé tó jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ because ṣe rántí pé wọ́n jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fẹ́ra wọn láti kékeré yìí ni. Láti pé kó tó di pé ọkọ lọ kọ́lé. Mustapha Ike is our hobby, it's our job here. Imú yún mi ni omi mọ̀kàn tó yá ìrìn yìí ló ń wọnú mú mi tó yún mi gan. Now, ó wá mú ìyàwó Ọláoyè tún fún wa 50 stars. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Ẹ jẹ́ máa fún wa star o. Ìràwọ̀ àwọn ọmọ yín ò ní wo mi o. Thank you so much, sir. Now, you now took the new wife to the house. See what ìyàwó ẹ̀ jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀. He took that wife there. Títílọlá moved in. Títílọlá òun gangan ni ìyàwó tá máa ní ó bá ìyàwó gangan nínú ilé. Wọ́n ní bọ́lọ̀ bá ṣe láà máa rìnrìn ní a ṣe máa rìnrìn. Bọ́lọ̀ ṣe ní Títílọlá máa ṣe rìnrìn ní ó ṣe rìn. Tí ó fi pàdé Àyìndé. Tí Àyìndé fi gbé lọ sí ilé tuntun. So they moved in there to the house, left his first and legal wife in the apartments, low-cost housing tí wọ́n jọ ń gbé. Ó fìyẹn síbẹ̀. I guess rented accommodation nìyẹn máa jẹ́. So he left her there and moved in with the new wife. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ìyàwó kékeré ni àyò bàbá? Àǹtí Àìná ti di arúgbó onú wa, wọ́n ti gba mẹ́ta lọ́wọ́ wọn. So tuntun Títílọlá òun ni wọ́n dẹ̀rù wọ́n ti sílẹ̀ tó bá rò lójúbà tó bá rò lójúbà. Ọláyìndé ọmọ tó máa ń ṣe ń gbà yẹn wọn gé Àyìndé ọ̀gá ojú lọ. Ayinde ọkọ Titilola. So as at that time, it became Titilola's ọkọ, olórí oko Titi. They moved in together, and the wife stayed where she was left with her 3 children. The marriage of Tayo and Ayinde became soured after 7 years and with 3 children. Normally, tí ọkọ bá ti fẹ́ yàwó mi, nǹkan ò kí ń lọ déédéé mọ́. They took the 3 children at the tender ages of 5 and the twins 2 away from Ayinde Roberts. There is something that I see as a pattern from this man. After moving in with Titilola to their new home, he collected the 3 children from the first wife. Are you listening to me? He forcefully collected the 3 children, almost 5 years, àti àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀, from their mother, his legal wife, and gave the children to Titilola to take care of them in their new mansion in Ikorodu. Ìyàwó lòun ò lè tọ́ ọmọ o, first wife tó jẹ́ legal wife. Ṣùgbọ́n Ayinde forcefully took the children from her. Ó dẹ̀ kó fún ìyàwó tuntun pẹ̀lú òun pé àwọn lọ́wọ́ máa tọ́ ọmọ nígbà tí ìyàwó yìí wà láyé tó wà láàyè. And for 7 years, the first wife did not set her eyes on her 3 children. Ọkọ tó ò bá jà, ọkọ tó ò bá ta, ọkọ tí ò sí problem láàrin yín kó tó fún èèyàn lóyún. Ó dìpọ̀ fún èèyàn lóyún tán, ó tún wá gba àwọn ọmọ 3 tó bí. Ó kó lọ fún ìyàwó. For 7 good years, Ayinde was unable to see her children. Titilola was the one looking after the children with her husband. The man, that's Ayinde, the man shot away completely. It was from Ikorodu home of Tayo Ayinde that he moved with the new wife and the 3 children to his current Ladipo Bataye GRA home in Ikeja. So láti ilé tí wọ́n kó lọ ni wọ́n wá fi move wọ́n ti di big boy nísìn. Wọ́n wá fi move sí GRA ní Ìkẹjà níbi tí wọ́n ń gbé, níbi tí Doyin náà gbé kó tó kú. They moved in there with the 3 children, where the mother had no hint of where her children were living with her husband and the new wife. So for 7 years, kò jẹ́ kó rí, but wọ́n move lọ sí ilé tuntun. This second wife was the one who raised the 3 children for years from their tender ages till they graduated from Rainbow College. So they went to Rainbow College. I don't know where that is. I guess it's in Ikeja. So Titilola was good enough. Titilola was a good mother to the children. Shenbo, to her stepchildren. She looked after them. So òun ló tọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ títí wọ́n fi dàgbà. Ìyá wọn wọ́n ní for 7 years kò rí wọn. So bóyá Lisa kò wá jẹ́ kó máa rí wọn. I don't know about that. But wọ́n ní for 7 years wọn ò ríra wọn rárá. Ṣeun Dípẹ̀olú, welcome. This can only happen in Nigeria anyway. They have not born that man that will take my children from me. Nigeria and summer. Kò sí tí ó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nigeria wa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mu tea. The new wife now, the second wife, so just second wife. But all along, Tayo Ayinde has not divorced his first wife. Get me right. Auntie Mioloya, baby, welcome on board. He has not divorced his first wife. So even the second wife, Titilola, was just living as an illegal wife. Even though bóyá wọ́n lọ ṣe mọ̀mí I don't know, but they were living together. Ó dẹ̀ bá raise àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. The new wife, that's the second wife, just moved in. Okay, and they did traditional marriage. Shengbo. Because Tayo did not divorce from Aino, so they had the you're welcome. So they had the traditional wedding done. I guess ìyàwó yẹn ò ṣáà fún ní face pé I know she divorce, so we divorce first wife. So they had the traditional wedding done. Ó ti yé yín. So ìyàwó kejì, ìyàwó alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ń jẹ́ ìyàwó alárédè. Kí la pè? Ìyàwó alárédè. Legal wife. But the second one, àwọn ò kì í ṣe ìyàwó alárédè. Ó mọ̀ ṣe mọ̀mí lásán fún wọn ṣe traditional wedding. With this kind of registry marriage and legal marriage, you can't just, once the wife is still there, you've not done the divorce, you cannot do a proper marriage. You can only do mọ̀mí mọ̀, or you do traditional wedding, which is acceptable under the customary law. So they got married. So kì í ṣe ìyàwó Sarah. Titilola was not a Sarah woman. Kò í ṣe ìyàwó Sarah. Wọ́n fẹ́ òun náà, though àwọn gbé oyún wálé nígbà tí ìyàwó wà nílé ni. So I understand. Now, all this while Tayo was performing his responsibility over Aina, his first and legal wife, even though they got separated for 17 years. After living for just 7 years, making 24 years. So, for all the years, tí òun àti legal wife, to show you that he knew what he did was wrong, he was still taking care of his first wife. He was still paying house bills and everything. So I learned that he was still doing his, even though àwọn kò rí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ó ń ṣe duty ẹ̀. Anike Ade, welcome. Ó ń ṣe duty ẹ̀ fún legal wife kò dẹ̀ divorce ẹ̀. So it goes to show you pé ó mọ̀ pé òun lòun ṣe. So ó yìí máa ń sanwó ilé ẹ̀ níbi tó ń gbé. Now, until 2020, when Tayo formally divorced her. So, imagine, even nígbà tí second wife wà nílé, kò divorce ìyàwó ẹ̀, first wife. So, until 2020. Why did he divorce in 2020? He divorced in 2020 after the second wife had gone and he wanted to marry Doyin. And Doyin said, look, ọmọ onílé ọlọ́nà lèmi, wọn kì í fẹ́ mi níyàwó Sarah. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe bó ṣe yẹ kí ẹ ṣe. Now, Titilola, that's Titilola, the second wife, had 4 children for Tayo Ayinde, 1 boy and 3 beautiful girls. They are all living in the UK here. Àwọn ọmọ alálùbáríkà yẹn ibi báyìí ni wọ́n ń gbé. Tayo Ayinde sent Titilola packing. Please listen to me. Tayo Ayinde lé Titilola on the ground of arrogance. Èmi mo tó yìí. Báyìí ni wọ́n ṣe tó. Hello mo. Ìyàwó big boy ni mí. Clever share. Maltreatment of Aina Robert's children. Part of nǹkan tó sọ pé ó fi lé lọ was pé àwọn ọmọ tí mo ní kó bá mi tọ́, tá ti jọ ń tọ́, ó maltreat wọn, ó fi wọ́n tọ́ àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀. Òun ló ṣe dùn mí nígbà tí mo rí Doyin tó kú fọ́ Tayo. Toyin was raised by a stepmom. Whether the stepmom was good to her or not, Oku stepmom, Oku Kolong, Kojo Dajo. So I don't want to talk about that. I don't know, how the relationship was. But according to our reports that we were able to gather, the second wife, Titilola, was maltreating the children from the first wife. Meanwhile, first wife olóhùn ò lè tọ́jú nǹkan òun o. Brother wa Ayinde ló lọ́mọ òun ò lè gbé ta. Ọmọ òun á gbọ́dọ̀ ìyàwó tuntun àti òun ni ló fi mú ọmọ yìí sí ọ̀dọ̀, ló fi kó àwọn ọmọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ ní ìyàwó òun kò ń tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Part of nǹkan tó fi bínú nìyẹn. And most importantly, on the ground of infidelity, nǹkan mẹ́ta ni wọ́n ní àǹtí Títílọlá máa ń ṣe nígbà tí wọ́n wà ní ilé ọkọ wọn. Wọ́n lèmi ni mo tó yìí, o ò gbọ́dọ̀ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀, kò sí tó bá sọ ẹ̀yìn etí mi ló ń gbọ́. You dare not talk to me. Who are you to talk to me? Wọ́n ní tọkọ bá sọ A, àǹtí Títílọlá máa sọ B. Wọ́n ní bọ́dá Táyọ̀ dẹ̀ wà use wọ́n yẹn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé first wife wọn yes sir, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ntẹ́ bá ti sọ ni mo gbọ́ ni wọ́n ní first wife yẹn máa ń ṣe. Ìgbà tó wọ́n fẹ́ àwọn àǹtí alákọ according ni o, wọ́n láǹtí alákọ ò kì í gba gbogbo nonsense yẹn. Iyọlá you're welcome. Àǹtí mi àbẹ̀bí àbí o investigative blogger. Wọ́n ní àǹtí Títílọlá àwọn ò ráyè gbogbo gbẹ̀dì ẹ̀sìn yẹn ṣe mọ̀. First wife ńgbà míì ẹ lè rí wọn mú tẹ́pẹ́ ìjọba understand ara yín, wọ́n á máa gẹ̀ yín, wọ́n á máa tọ́ yín, wọ́n á máa tọ́jú yín. Ṣùgbọ́n gbà tẹ́pẹ́ èèyàn ọkùnrin wa yìí gan ṣá ẹ ṣáàfẹ́ ṣe. Wọ́n ní àǹtí Títílọlá ṣá àwọn ò gba gọ̀jẹ̀ fún ọ̀nkù Àyìndé, wọ́n máa ń kó fún ọ̀nkù. Wọ́n ní kọ́ ọ̀nkù Àyìndé tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí wọ́n ti gbé fún ọ. Àwọn ta ni ọmọ pé mi jọ first wife friend àbí kó tó sọ̀rọ̀ wá ó ti gbé fún mi àbófẹ́ ni ìwò lórí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kò ṣàgbà gòjè fáyìndé. Wọ́n ní bí Àyìndé ṣe wá rò pé so arrogance, maltreatment of the children of her stepchildren, and on the basis of infidelity. Wọ́n wá ní àǹtí Títílọlá ò kì í ṣe pé wọ́n maltreat ọmọ nìkan o, pé wọ́n dẹ̀ kì í gbọ́bọ̀ nìkan. Wọ́n ní wọ́n tún yan àlè ní ọmọ, wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣe kí ni wọ́n náà yan àlè. Ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé apani ní ọkùnrin. I've said it earlier, Shady, you just go ahead. He left the first wife because this Títílọlá got pregnant for him. So, apani lọ́kùnrin, ìdà ò kí ń kọjá lórí wọn. So, ó wò pé ìyàwó tèmi ló ń bá sùn ta. Ìyàwó tèmi, whether accusation, it could be true, it could not be, I don't know. So I don't want to judge her because I'm a woman. So ọkùnrin tó bá ní òun cheat on òun á ní nǹkankan. You understand? I will get the opportunity. Olúwa ni aláfẹ̀yìntì mi. Don't worry. I didn't get the narratives from the first wife. I got the narrative from somebody that knows the first wife. Because we were saying the first wife was dead while she's still alive. Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá ní ẹ kò ikú o. Ní kú o. Àìná ò ní ló fi jáde ni a fi gbọ́ pé ó yìí wà láyé. Now, like I was saying, men will always be men. And wọn kì í fẹ́ kí apani ní ọkùnrin. Ìdà ò gbọdọ̀ kọjá lórí wọn. Àwọn lè bá ìyàwó oníyàwó sùn, ṣùgbọ́n wọn kì í bá ìyàwó tí wọ́n sùn. Níjọ́ tí ọkùnrin bá ti ká ẹ wípé ẹlòmíì ń lù ẹ́ sẹ́jẹ̀, ìjọ́ yẹn ni mi ò rí nǹkan náà tó lè ṣe. Do you understand? You can see how imbalanced it can be. You understand? Kò sí ẹ̀bẹ̀ tí obìnrin lè bẹ̀, kò sí nǹkan kan. Ìyẹn ló máa ń mú dání nínú gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. So, wọ́n ní nǹkan tí ó mú dání ni on the basis of pé ó yan àlè. In fact, Daniel Toban sọ pé in fact, The day Titilola was sent out of the house, she never expected it. Shadiposhi, are you telling me? Now, the day Titilola was sent packing, just like the late doing, the day she was sent back, she never expected it. The day Titilola was sent packing, she never expected it. She drove out of the house to Allen Avenue in a brand new car, just bought for her by Tayo. And by the time she came back home, Tayo had changed all the domestic staff. The same history repeating itself. So when Titilola too was in the home, while they were still together, she went out pẹ̀lú mọ́tò tuntun tí bàbá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rà fún ìyàwó olówó, ó lọ sí Allen Avenue. By the time she came back, ọmọ mi kàn drive lọ báyìí kàn rọra bọ̀ báyìí mọ̀ pé yálà ya anybody, yálà ya any orin tó tún kàn yẹn, yálà ya anybody o. Ó ti gbé ṣèdì sójú, wọ́n gbé ṣèdì sójú ní ọ̀nà rẹ̀. Yẹ́n gbé ṣèdì yẹn sójú, ó ṣe ṣe ni. Àìlè kọ́ lolo, ṣèdì tó lò yẹn fàǹgì lè lọ, jẹun bóyá lè lolo, ó dà pé lè lolo, irú ṣèdì tó lò ni. Oladele, well, let's wait and see if she has a hand in it. Irú go to lo njo yẹn ni ó wá ṣe báyìí. Ó wà ní mọ́tò ṣe báyìí. Ìyálàyà anybody o, anybody. Ọwọ́ kan ló tún lò sí. Ó yá ìyálàyà anybody o, anybody o. So bó ṣe ń drive bọ̀ ní ọjọ́ tá à ń sọ yìí nìyẹn. Bó ṣe délé báyìí, ṣé mo kó yìí gbé kó yẹn sójú báyìí. Ó drive bọ̀ with because ohun yẹn pọ̀ níjọ́ tá à ń sọ yìí, ohun pọ̀ lọ́sàn-án gan. Bó ṣe ń drive, bó ṣe ṣe báyìí, ìyálàyà anybody o. Bó ṣe dé tàbá, ọkọ̀ tẹ pim 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 BM tó jiná pim pim pim. Àwọn òṣìlẹ̀kùn kí ló ń ṣe yìí bọ̀? What's wrong with you? Kamaru or whoever is at the gate. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Me and she my dad, madam, who you be? What's happened? I will get time of feeling later move back. Oh, call you a go by. What? Who are you? Oh, you go here. Who are you? You're well. Answer your. You're well. Madam, me, I'm Adamu. I don't know you. Me don't know you. Adamu, you come here. Or guy said, nobody come inside. Wọ́n ní àǹtí Titilola bá ní ẹ gbà mí. Nbo la já sí. Who are you? Okay, ẹ jẹ́ a máa kà lọ. Lẹ́bi pé mo lọ sí Allen Avenue. Lọ ra àwọn drinks tá máa kó sílé. Ẹ gbà mí. Ìgò yẹn, àǹtí yẹn ju ìgò, ó yẹ ṣe ju ìgò yẹn. Ó ju ìlú ẹ. Ọlọ́run ní kó máa fọ̀. Ọlọ́run ní kó máa fọ̀ torí ìgò yẹn lọ pass sí mi. Ẹ máa gbọ́. Tayo had changed all the domestic staff and security details. Prior to that time, Tayo had stopped close contact with Titilola because of accusation of infidelity. Kó tó tó ìgbà yìí, ẹ lè béèrè lọ́wọ́ àǹtí o, bóyá òótọ́ ni àbó òótọ́. Bọ̀dá wa Tayo Ayinde, wọ́n ní wọn kì í ṣí aṣọ àǹtí Titilola, wọn kì í ṣí wọn láṣọ sókè mọ́ nítorí pé wọ́n ní wọ́n ti ń yànlè níta. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ọkùnrin wa mú sọ pé máa ń jealous gan. Oríṣiríṣi ló ti máa wà lórí ọkàn wọn. Ẹlòmíì, àṣẹ lòmíì ṣí aṣọ ọmọ yìí. Àṣẹ lòmíì ibi tí mò ń ti ahọ́n ń bọ̀. Ibi tí mò ń ti ahọ́n ń bọ̀. Lẹ́lòmíì náà ti ahọ́n bọ̀. Àwọn dẹ̀ ti máa rò pé ibi tí mò ń ti ahọ́n bọ̀. Lẹ́lòmíì ń ti kinní yẹn bọ̀. Ayé mi o. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ròyìn pé bọ̀dá Tayo ńlá nǹkan. Adeniki, listen, you get the gist. Wọ́n wí pé ọwọ́ wò pé ibi tí mò ń kí àwọn bọ̀. Àṣẹ lòmíì ń kí igi bọ̀. Ibi tí mò ń kí àwọn bọ̀. Lẹ́lòmíì ń kí igi bọ̀. Wọn ò dẹ̀ mọ irú igi oríṣiríṣi tán ní àǹtí Titilola tí wọ́n ń gbà níta. So like I said, I don't know. Ṣùgbọ́n mo kàn mọ̀ pé ọkùnrin apani ni wọn kì í fẹ́ kí ìdáṣe kí ni kó kọjá lójúde wọn. Now, they said he has stopped sleeping with her because of the accusation of the infidelity. So So when Titilola drove back home, she was denied entry. And when she called Tayo Ayinde, he told her that she should go to a particular hotel in Maryland, where he had paid for 2 months for her to stay with her belongings. Ó dà pé kò yé yín. Ṣé ẹ rántí pé olóògbé Tóyìn tí ó máa pé ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ tó fi ilé ayé lẹ̀ lọ́la? The same thing tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí nígbà tó dé, tí Tayo Ayinde ò jẹ́ kó wọlé, tó ti lọ gba B&B fún short stay, wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kó move lọ, tó dẹ̀ kó gbogbo ẹrù ẹ̀ pátápátá lọ síbẹ̀. Same thing he did to the second wife, Titilola. Wọ́n ní ó kó gbogbo ẹrù Titilola, ó dẹ̀ kó lọ sí hotel kan Maryland. So I guess it's like a short stay too. Ó kó lọ síbẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ ní òun ti sanwó 2 months pé kó lọ sí ibẹ̀. Remember his accusation, the most grievous one according to him, the toughest one among all of them is the infidelity part of it. And that was why he was not sleeping with her again. So olóhun ti lọ san owó sí hotel. Ó ṣe mí ní o. Ṣé mo first wife ò ṣe? Ó kàn kú ẹrù, ó kò tẹ̀lé Titilola, wọ́n lọ gbé ni. Ṣùgbọ́n second one yìí, ó ní ó ń bá sùn. Kò accuse first one of pé wọ́n bá sùn o. Kò sọ pé nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ó kàn ní mo fẹ́ fẹ́ ìyàwó tuntun mi. Yes, Ọlọ́run ti dá mi lóhùn tó. Àwọn tí ò tiẹ̀ tó mi, wọ́n fẹ́ ìyàwó méjì. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mu tíì, ẹ jẹ́ kí n mu tíì. So she was like, what? My belongings in an hotel? Now, Titilola, you know, ó yá mú ìgò ẹ̀ níbi tó mú sí, ó tún gbé sójú ẹ̀ pé, well, you said I should go to the hotel with all my belongings? Thank you. Ó dẹ̀ wá kó gbogbo ẹ̀. Ó sunkún, kí ni mo lè ṣe fún ẹ ní Ayinde? Just tell me, Tayo, kí ni mo lè ṣe fún ẹ? Lórí fóònù ni o. Ó pè bá fóònù yẹn dànù, fóònù tó mú ni ẹ̀. Kí ni mo lè ṣe ní ṣe? Sọ fún mi, kí ni mo lè ṣe fún ẹ kan náà? Kí ló lè fà á? Kí ló lè fà á? Ó wá ní pé kí mi lọ sọ́tẹ́ẹ̀l. Pẹ̀lú kí ni mo lè ṣe fún ẹ tán? Ọlọ́run á bá wa ta, ẹlẹ́dàá mi á ta, gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ṣe, àfi ẹgbẹ́ mo ṣe, gbogbo nǹkan tó accuse mi fún, ṣáàbẹ̀ mi ò ṣe nǹkan tó accuse mi fún, ẹlẹ́dàá mi á bí ẹ́, Ayinde, Tayo, ẹlẹ́dàá máa sunkún, ṣáà máa lọ sọ́tẹ́ẹ̀lì. Ní àǹtí Titilola bá kó ẹrù bá lọ sí hotel. Now, Titilola was in the hotel, and thereafter, Tayo Ayinde got an apartment for her in Magodo. So it was just an interim thing for him to organize a proper place for her. Peradventure, if Doyin did not kill herself, bóyá ó máa get apartment fún Doyin náà. So ó dà pé bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. So mo tí ni mo máa mu. Iyola mo tí. Ẹ lè la staff mi, ẹ condition Àjọkẹ́, ẹ la staff mi. Now, so tó bá gbé Doyin ò para ẹ̀ ni, because ẹ mọ̀ pé òun ọmọ kékeré ni, ó dẹ̀ jọ́ lójú. Ká ní kò para ẹ̀ ni, bóyá kò ra apartment fún òun náà, àbí kò bá rent apartment náà fún. But wọ́n ní he got an apartment for her in Magodo, GRA, where she was until she later traveled to the UK to seek a new start. But that did not work well for her, and she came back to Nigeria and eventually moved to the USA. Because after a year rent expired in Magodo apartment rented for her by Tayo, he stopped continuation of the rent. Tayo Ayinde. Ẹ̀yin tèmi, mo fẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ get nǹkan right nínú analysis why. The first wife, mo sọ fún yín pé throughout tí ó fi ń bá Titilola tí ó fi ń bá gbé, ó yìí ń san owó ilé Àìná tó jẹ́ first wife ẹ̀. ó yìí ń sanwó ilé ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ fún ní upkeep, even though the children were with her, with him and the new wife. Now, nígbà tó máa lé Títílọlá lọ, tó gba hotel fún for 2 weeks, 2 months, first 2 months, tó kọ́kọ́ sanwó, ó rent apartment fún, ó sanwó apartment sí. After 1 year, tí rent Màgódò tó tán, tí Títílọlá wá pé Táyọ̀ pé, Daddy, owó ilé wa ti dí o. Daddy bá ní àwọn tó ń bẹ ẹ̀sùn nǹkan òṣèlú kan lọ. Wọ́n jẹ́ tó bá tún pè mí, tó bá tún pè mí, kí ló fẹ́ fà ní? Àwọn tó jọ ń jẹ́ kan. Meanwhile, ṣé mọ̀ pé lórí infidelity ni ó fi kọ ìyàwó kejì sílẹ̀. So bóyá wà rò pé àwọn ẹlòmíì lè máa wá bẹ ẹ̀sùn ní ilé yẹn kí n máa wá san owó ilé. Mi ò sanwó ilé mọ́, mi ò sanwó ọmọ gọ̀mọ̀ bí ò ṣe sanwó ilé nìyẹn. Forgetting the fact that àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wà lọ́dọ̀ obìnrin yìí o. That's àwọn ọmọ tí Títílọlá bí fún. Títílọlá wà pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ o. By this time around, àwọn ọmọ ti padà sọ́dọ̀ ìyá wọn, ìyẹn first wife ti gbà àwọn ọmọ wọn padà ní gbogbo period time so. So she moved to the UK. Pé kóun lọ start new life. At least wọ́n ní tíbi kan bá gbé wa, tẹ́ bá lé wa ní ibì kan, a sì gbé gbogbo bùkátà wa lọ síbòmíì. So she moved to the UK and she wanted a new life. But unfortunately, when she got there, things didn't work out as planned. So she came back to Nigeria, and after that, see gbogbo Màgódò tó ṣe kiri, ọmọ mi kàn padà sí USA ni bó ṣe move nìyẹn. Now, after about 6 years, after sending Tayo away as the second wife, please, this is where we are going, about people saying wípé pàṣán ta fi nà ìyálé. On Doyin's case, kò ń ṣe pàṣán ta fi nà ìyálé, never, because this is after 6 years of sending Títílọlá away. After 6 years, ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ relationship with Doyin, late Doyin. Disclaimer. Doyin never met Títílọlá in the house. It was after 6 years Títílọlá ti lọ ni wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ pàdé ara wọn. So, àwọn tó gbé rumor yìí wípé Ọlọ́run ló mú fẹ́ ká go back to it. Now, after 6 years after sending Títílọlá away as a second wife, and when Sanwo-Olu was presented for governor of Lagos State, it was stated that Tinubu mocked Ayinde as àpọ́ntí ò láyà. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ẹ̀yin tèmi, welcome on board everybody. Nígbà tí Sanwo-Olu débẹ̀, ẹ mọ̀ báwa boys ṣe máa ń ṣe, táwọn boys bá wà together, wọ́n kàn wo after 6 years tí second wife ti lọ. Ìyẹn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ sọ pé ọmọ ọlọ́mọ Doyin tó ti kú, tó ti di ẹni ilẹ̀ ni ẹ ń fi ẹnu àtẹ́bù. No, kò bá nílé, kò dé ń ṣòun ló le kúrò nílé. After 6 years, wọ́n ní bàbá wa Jagaban, wọ́n ní wọ́n máa ń ṣeré gan, wọ́n máa ń ṣeré ipá gan, bàbá tẹ̀ ń wò yẹn. Wọ́n lọ́kàn ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ ẹjọ́ kan ni pé ìwọ àpọ́n tó níyàwó lé yìí, ìwọ là ń sọ ni. It was that Tinubu mocked Ayinde as someone who has no woman at home. So it was not true that Tayo Ayinde sent his wife away because of Doyin Ojora. Tayo, as at that time he met Doyin Ojora, had no woman at home. Kí ó tó pàdé Doyin Ojora, Tayo tá ń sọ yìí, obìnrin oríṣiríṣi ló máa ń gbé lọ sínú ilé. Kò sí obìnrin kan pàtó tí ó lè sọ pé òun níyàwó. So he was having a failed time. There was no woman to control him. There was no woman to challenge him. He had everything to himself. And with most men, what like freedom, he had total freedom. There was nobody in his life. And that was why tí yẹ pé Jagaban fi ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ pé ìwọ tó ò níyàwó ilé. So irú ilé tí wọ́n yẹn lọ́ máa fi ń ṣe ilé bamboo tù ṣe rántí àwọn irú àwọn ilé yẹn ẹni tí ò bá láyà ń lé nínú gbogbo àwọn boys ni àwọn boys máa ń gbóbìnrin oríṣiríṣi lọ síbẹ̀. So irú ilé was open to anybody and everybody because there was no woman there at all. And they had no wife at home as at that time, after the wife had left him 6 years after that. So it was not true that he sent his wife away because of Doyin Ojora. Tayo at that time he met Doyin had no woman at home. I know Robert, that's the first wife, has been ditched. And Tilola has been sent packing. Has been ditched. The first wife had been ditched. So what you hear that ni? Nítorí Tilola ni wọ́n ṣe fìyẹn sílẹ̀. Then the second one has been sent packing. There was nobody, no wife, no woman at home as at that time. So both Tayo and Doyin decided to get married on one condition, that he performed the divorce process with Aina Roberts, because although they were separated, they were never divorced. Like I explained earlier on, they were legally separated, but they were never legally divorced. So when Doyin came into the picture, she was like, I know that, you were once married to 2 women. So we don't know which one is. He said, no, the first wife is still the legal wife, though we've been separated for the past 17 years. So now, do you understand? Mo Johnson said, that's how it should have stayed. Get wife head. Okay. Now, he said, so that's why we are not separated. We were separated, but we've never been divorced. But the second one, she's gone. We don't have anything binding apart from the children. So she said, okay, sir, before we can go into a proper relationship, please, I'm from a royal home. Wọn kì í káwa mọ́ nǹkan tí ò dáa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, bàbá mi, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá mi ṣe the proper thing. Because if you have been, separated from a woman for the past 17 years, so what's keeping the divorce? For her to have a legal thing, she did the best thing by saying, no, you have to, you have to do the normal thing, please do the divorce, and we can get the ball rolling. And so they did. So Tayo Ayinde formalized the divorce procedure just in 2020 to Loyi. 2022 lawayo. 2020 because of Doyin. Remember, Doyin had the first child for him before 2 years before that time, not Jowa. So what did she divorce process here? End in 2020. Even though they had separated for 17 years after living together for just 7 years, the marriage more wanted to divorce for this past 17 years. So it was in 2020 that Tayo divorced Aina Roberts and then married Doyin Ojora in a registry, but in a low key. Take note that Doyin had been living with Tayo around 2019 and they had a baby boy together. So 2019, they were together, but they had the baby. They had the divorce in 2020. They had a baby in 2019 when she moved in with him. But remember, she came into that house. There was no woman in the house. In fact, Baba Yagaban Baba yen pe àpọ́n o láyà nle. Àwa tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn oníyàwó náà sọ̀rọ̀ dákẹ́ ẹnu ẹjọ́ ìwọ tó níyàwó lé. So, in fairness to Tayo Ayinde, this person is saying, in fairness to Tayo Ayinde, it takes good care of Aina Roberts as they were separated for years, and eventually when he divorced her, formally in 2020, he bought her a 3-bedroom apartment in an estate in Agege. Like I said, this first wife did nothing, absolutely nothing for this man to have left her. He only left her because of Titilola, because ó fẹ́ fẹ́ ìyàwó tuntun. Ó rí pé eléyìí ò dá fóun mọ́. Now, to compensate her, to let her know that I know what I did. He bought her an apartment in Agege. Of course, people will still say, pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn owó tó rí tó ṣe Agege ló yẹ kó ra lé fún, but at least ó ṣàyẹ̀rà kan fún. So he bought her a house in Agege, and that's where she is. Anyway, I know Robert on her part is a very quiet, beautiful, and gentle woman whose preoccupation has been the welfare of her 3 children. She remained chaste and decided never to remarry, as Tayo Ayinde left her for almost 18 years. At the age of 30, she's in her very late 40s now. Ọkùnrin mà burú o. So at the age of 30, ni Ayinde ti fi ọmọ yìí sílẹ̀. No ti fi first wife wọn sílẹ̀. So of course, bí ó fẹ́ wọn ní bí 20 lọ́mọ yẹn máa wà. Ọmọ tá ń wá mi ò lágége ò kì í ṣe ibi tó dáa ni nǹkan tí mò ń tọ́ láti sọ ní pé ṣe mọ̀ pé wọ́n ra lé sí àwọn choice areas lóríṣiríṣi, wọ́n ra lé sí Lẹ́kì gbogbo ẹ̀. So mo kàn wípé àwa ètò jẹ́ pé Agége ló ra lé sí fún first wife wọn ni. Auntie Olori Abebi said, Tayo seems to be a womanizer who has no regards to respect or relationship for, that has no respect for women. It's not impossible. Now, so he left her when she was only 30 years old. Only 30 years old. How many of you have gone through this? And you are still standing tall as women. I give it to you, Busa. You're doing well. Yes, you're doing well. Even though she has not been married, she has been able to raise her children on her own, and she has been living well. And the husband has said, every day mo share mo bini you kele dey ma bi mi o wa lo ra le fún ní Agege. Now the woman has always been a very quiet person. What if you picture her? Ẹ ti pé ẹni tí ò kò ń ṣe ní wàhálà. In fact, gbogbo ayé sọ pé ó ti kú. Follow dákẹ́ ni. So what we heard is that it was Titilola, that because of Titilola, no, she sọ pé ó ti kú pé bí àgbà pé Titilola yẹn nìkan ni gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀. Now, so much about Tayo Ayinde. Honestly speaking, this writer says, honestly speaking, he's a very caring and loving father to his 9 children from 3 women. 9 children la wọ́n sọ bọ̀ àkọ́tà gbọ́ ni pé girl side chick tó jẹ́ kí ọmọ yìí para ẹ̀. That's ọmọ Ayọ̀kù. Kí ló ń jẹ́ náà? Kí ló ọmọ Ayọ̀kù tó dá lérú yìí? Tó jẹ́ kọ́mọ lọ́mọ parẹ́, wọ́n ló ti bímọ fún. So 10 ló máa jẹ́ with that. But 9 ni ẹni writer wa yìí kọ, only with the 9 children. But he has been a fantastic father to all his children, taking care of his children. The eldest of the children is 25, tí first wife bí fún, and the youngest is barely 2 months. That's tí ó ṣe bí fún. Who was the second child from the late doing? I know Robert has his first 3 children, and she's alive and kicking. She's alive and kicking, So, Alaba Ayọ̀kù. One day Alaba Ayọ̀kù náà ti bímọ kan. So, we are waiting. We don't know yet to confirm that. We don't know. But what we heard is that òun náà ti bí ọmọ ẹyọkan. I did this. This person says, I did it just to set the record straight because I got interested when they said Tayo Ayinde's first wife is dead. She's alive. Tayo Ayinde is just not fortunate with women, honestly. This person is saying he's a good father and a caring man, even to his first wife, I know Robert, even though they are not husband and wife anymore. This person writing, you're saying he is a good husband, even though they are not, because he paid her, bought her a house in Agege. Tó jẹ́ pé àìmọye girlfriend tó ra lé fún ní Lẹ́kì. But ẹ ṣáà má jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀, ká ṣáà máa wò torí Ọlọ́run bá nìkan ló mọ ẹjọ́ dá. So, like I said, this is the first wife. Again, if you want to see, this is the first wife. You see, that's the first wife. She's a very quiet, gentle woman that's living her life. Now, like I said, setting the record straight for those that are abusing, late doing, ẹ má gbẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nítorí ọjọ́ àti sùn wa. gbogbo n tá bá fẹnu ara wa sọ, gbogbo n tá bá ṣe la máa jèrè ẹ̀ nílé ayé. Please listen to this and then you can, like I said.
Cherry sister, pàṣẹ fi ìyálé lọ́rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, ó wà lókè àjà fún ìyàwó. Ìyálé náà ti go into depression lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ ìrí ńgbà tóun jáde, wọ́n ṣe wedding fún un. Ṣé Yorùbá yẹn yé? Girlfriend bàbá ọjọ́ rà yẹn ló fóun lóyún. Ṣé dẹ̀ máa wọ́n ìyá me and my husband yẹn, òun ni ìyá tájọ wà lọ́jà ọ̀dọ̀ wa yẹn. Àwọn yẹn ò gbà kọ́kọ́ wọ́n fẹ́ yàwó, ó gbọ́mọ. So ti eyín, màmá tó bí lẹ́yìn náà ti kú o. Mystery death báyìí náà ni o. Ikú orí burúkú báyìí náà nígbà yẹn lọ́dún náà lọ́hùn. Màmá tẹ̀ náà ti kú, but ó lábúrò, ó lẹ́gbọ̀n, gbogbo wọn náà wà. Gbogbo àjọ wà ń bẹ̀ lánàá. Ṣé mọ̀ nǹkan ti máa live live àwa ìyàwó chief of staff kò ṣe sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Wá dẹ̀ go low, wá go solo, wá wà nítorí ìdìrín, wá lọ sí London tó ní kó lọ àbá Amẹ́ríkà, wá lọ fúnra ẹ̀ pamọ́ síbẹ̀. Ó wá parẹ́, ó fọmọ méjì sílẹ̀. Ó gbé snapper jẹ. Ó gbé snapper jẹ. Àjùdé hospital lánàá irọ́ ni, ó ti kú o. Kò sọ pé wà á lè wẹ̀. Fídì gan wọ pátádé polẹ̀ hospital gbogbo wa lánàá. So mo ṣe sọ fún mọ́mí sí ìgbà náà wà ń bí báyìí pé báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ pé mo dúpẹ́ pé mi ò lóko èèyàn lọ́rùn. Ìyẹn náà á jí tì Àbíkẹ́. Ajábíkẹ́ tì lánàá ni mò ń sunkún bọ́ọ̀lù.
Enjoy anything. I just want to analyze this voice notes because it came out and I played it last week, but because we didn't go into details with it. Mo kàn ní Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká kú fún Tayo ni. Number one, Auntie tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, I don't know who you are. I don't know how close you are to the Ojoras or to the Ayindes or to anybody that you're close to. But like you said, you're giving a vivid account of what happened. Most of your thing that you're saying here came from Gist Lover, except I hear so in me. Number one, let's start.
Hey sister, pàṣẹ fi ìyálé lọ́rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, ó wà lókè àjà fún ìyàwó. Ìyálé náà ti go into depression lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ ìrí ńgbà tóun jáde, wọ́n ṣe wedding fún un. Ṣé Yorùbá yẹn yé? Girlfriend bàbá ọjọ́ rà.
Auntie talk sorry. Number one, mo ti fún yín ní evidence to show wípé kò rí bó ṣe bí àǹtí ṣe sọ. After 6 years, tí àǹtí títí lọ láti lọ, ní Doyin Ọjọ́rá ṣe wọlé. So pàṣán wo ló fi nà ìyálé tó tọ́jú sílẹ̀ fún ìyàwó tí Doyin Ọjọ́rá jẹ́ inú ẹ̀? Kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ at all. Ìyálé gangan òun ló ṣe divorce fún nígbà tí Doyin wọlé. So the first one gan òun ti lọ tipẹ́ 17 years later ní divorce tá à ń sọ yìí. Then the second one tí òun sọ yìí, wọ́n ṣe wedding fún, wọ́n ṣe mọ̀mí-mọ̀ ẹ́, wọ́n ṣe traditional wedding ni wọ́n ṣe. They were never married legally. And then she had left 6 years after ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ Doyin. Mo sọ fún yín pé bàbá wa Jagaban fi ọkùnrin yìí ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ wípé wọ́n ní ìwọ́sẹ̀ àní àsọ̀wọ́ tó níyàwó lé torí ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ ní gbogbo àwọn boys ni wọ́n ti máa ń gbé obìnrin lọ. Ẹ lè confirm from Aunty Tọ́jẹ́ Títílọlá, àwọn náà sọ òótọ́ fún yín. I'm very sure because wọ́n ní Àyìndé máa ń tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wọn. So mi rò pé àǹtí yẹn lè pa irọ́. Wọ́n lè ní problem pẹ̀lú ọkọ wọn ṣe mọ̀ ọkùnrin àtobìnrin, but she will never lie about this late Doyin. Late Doyin never met her, never knew anything about her. She had left 6 years after. So Aunty, pàṣán kò sí níbi kankan mà. Bóyá pàṣán tẹ̀yìn sọ yẹn, bóyá láàrin first wife and second wife ni, torí àwọn làwọn wà nínú oyún tó wá bá first wife nínú ilé. But pẹ̀lú fún ọmọ tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí, ń kọ́ mà. Ṣé àpò ti dolóògbé? Òun ti kúrò nípò táwa àtẹ̀yìn wà. Kẹ má jẹ́ ká fẹnu wa gbẹ̀. Ṣé mo kẹ́yìn náà lè máa mú kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbọ́ nǹkan, but èmi fẹ́ jẹ́ kó yé yín pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mà.
Yẹn ló fóun lóyún. Ṣé dẹ̀ máa wọ́n ìyá me and my husband yẹn, òun nìyá tájọ wà lọ́jà ọ̀dọ̀ wa yẹn àwọn yẹn ò gbà kọ́kọ́ wọ́n fẹ́ yàwó ó gbọ́mọ so ti eyín màmá tó bí lẹ́yìn náà ti kú o mystery death báyìí náà ni o ikú orí burúkú báyìí náà nígbà yẹn lọ́dún náà lọ́hùn màmá.
àǹtí tó sọ̀rọ̀ like mo sọ fún yín pé mi ò mọ̀ yín mi mọ̀ bá ṣe jẹ́ ẹ kọ́kọ́ sọ ẹni bàmá tó bí Doyin wípé àwọn ìyá àta àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n kàn fún lóyún wọn gba ọmọ ni kò sí wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá Doyin bàbá Ọjọ́ra wọ́n ní ìyàwó ńlé lóòótọ́ wọ́n fún màmá Doyin lóyún wọ́n gba Doyin màmá yìí ló tọ́ Doyin dàgbà I said it here last week àwọn ló tọ́ Doyin dàgbà so step mom ló tọ́ Doyin dàgbà ẹ sọ kankan ẹni màmá yẹn màmá Ọjọ́ra yẹn ẹjọ wà lọ́jà ni so mi mọ̀ bóyá màmá yẹn jẹ́ màmá ọjà yín o bóyá tí òun lè ṣe ń gbọ́ stories o kò yé mi àbẹ́yìn kàn ṣe àròsọ tí yín ni bóyá wá sọ nǹkan kan ẹ parọ́ pé ìyá yẹn ò gbà kí wọ́n fẹ́ ìyá Doyin ó ṣàgbà ọmọ ẹ ṣègùn mà ẹ parọ́ ẹ wá sọ nǹkan kan mà tẹ fi jà ẹni mystery deaths ikú òṣì ikú ẹ̀sín ni ìyá Doyin náà kú bí Doyin ṣe kú ilé ayé ilé asán àwa tá àìtí ìkú àìtí ìmọ̀ ikú tó máa pa wá o sometimes things we say ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wò ó ká wé e torí àmọ́ ibi tó lè dé ikú ẹ̀sín ni Doyin kú lóòótọ́ ikú ìbànújẹ́ ni Doyin kú kò sí abíamọ tó máa gbàdúrà kó ń fi ọmọ sílẹ̀ fún ẹlòmíì bá wọn tọ́ ikú ẹ̀sín ni nítorí pé irú yín fi ṣe ẹ̀sín ikú ẹ̀sín ni nítorí pé òun gan ìyálé ló tọ́ kò rí ìyàtọ̀ ẹ parọ́ ẹni kú ẹ̀sín ní ìyá Doyin kú irú ikú wo ló pa ìyá Doyin ẹ bá sọ fún wa ṣé ìyá Doyin náà para ẹ̀ ni tó kó dà pé èyí mọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àǹtí ẹ tọrọ ìdáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run mi mọ̀ bẹ́ ṣe jẹ́ sí wọn like I said n tẹ sọ yẹn adétòun adéfọjú ẹ máa nù ú ikú ẹ̀sìn Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa kúkú ẹ̀sìn o ẹni tó ìwà láyé ò tí ì mú kú tó máa pa àwọn ẹ jẹ́ àgọ́ ọ.
ti kú but ó lábúrò ó lẹ́gbọ̀n gbogbo wọn náà wà gbogbo àjọ wà ń bẹ̀ lánàá ṣe mọ̀ wọ́n ti máa live live àwa ìyàwó chief of staff kò ṣe sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ wá dẹ̀ go low wá go solo wá wà ní tó yìí dì wá lọ sí London tó ní kó lọ àbá Amẹ́ríkà wá lọ forí ara ẹ pamọ́ síbẹ̀ ó wá parẹ́ ó fọmọ méjì sílẹ̀ ó gbé snapper jẹ. àǹtí
Ọlọ́run advice tó dáa tó yẹ kẹ́ give ká ló ìwà láyé ni but unfortunately òkú lè ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ kò ń ṣe àlàyé òun náà láti sọ pé ikú ẹ̀sìn ló kú torí pé irú yín fi ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ nítorí mo rántí pé ká ló wà láyé bóyá gbà tó wà láyé ó ń ṣe ìyàwó chief of staff bóyá yẹn náà wà lára àwọn tó ń bí àwọn kan nínú bóyá yẹn náà wà lára àwọn tó ń bá àwọn kan nínú ṣé òun nìkan ni ṣé wọ́n nìkan ni and so how many of us la wà nílé ayé táàrin táàmù ẹni tó ń bínú ẹni tó wà nílé ọkọ ẹ tó tiẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ tó ń wù ẹ́ wípé ṣòun nìkan ni Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kẹkú fọ́tàyọ̀ o Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kó fi ń ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ irú yẹ̀yẹ́ báyìí nítorí tí nǹkan kan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ mo máa fi ẹ́ ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ àìmọye tó ń wò wípé òun àtọkọ ẹ̀ wọlé ńlá tó ń kọ́ kí ló ṣe kí lòun náà orí wo ló gbé wá sáyé tèmi ò ní wọ́n máa wò pé ní ọjọ́ kan ìwọ àtọkọ ẹ̀ yìí tí yín máa bàjẹ́ náà ni ọkọ ẹ̀ yìí máa fi ẹ́ sílẹ̀ wọ́n ń gbàdúrà fún ẹ ní kíkan kí ọkọ ẹ̀ fi ẹ́ sílẹ̀ láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà àìmọye tí àbínú ẹ̀ tó ń bínú ẹni irú wọn ni àti tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mi ò sọ pé àwọn ni o most of them.
Cherry sister.
wait.
mọ orúkọ òkú yìí nìyẹn pé even gan aládùn àwọn èèyàn tún kú nítorí tiẹ̀.
so wípé then you now said something wípé kí ló dé tí ò lè lọ sí kó lọ fi orí ara ẹ̀ pamọ́ ẹni tí ò tí kú ò tí mọ̀ kú tó máa pa òun bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà Ìyábọ̀ Ìbítóyè. So wípé kí ló dé tí ò lè forí ara ẹ̀ pamọ́ kó lọ sí London kó lọ sí America. Like I analyzed last week, this lady was already in a deep shade of emotional trauma, emotional abuse that has been going on for 2 years. Since 2020. Oh my ṣe. So, ẹni tí ò tiẹ̀ wà ní good sense of mind, tó tún ṣe bímọ, tá mọ̀ bóyá ó tún ní postnatal depression. Òun ni wọ́n sọ fún wípé kí ló dé tí ò lè fi kó lọ fa orí pamọ́, kó lọ tọ́jú ara ẹ̀, kó lọ dúró síbi tọ́kọ ní kó dúró sí ní London. Nǹkan tí ò tún wáyé yín ni pé London tọ́kọ tiẹ̀ tún ní kó dúró sí, kò make availability ibi tó máa gbé gan. Kò sí pé bí kan báyìí ló máa dúró sí. Kò sí yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọkọ ò tiẹ̀ make anything fún. Yẹ́misí Adékọ̀yà, thank you so much ma for buying all stars. God bless you. Ìràwọ̀ àwọn ọmọ tí inú ò ní wọ mi. So ọkọ kò tiẹ̀ make anything available for her to live there. But ẹ̀yin sì ẹ ti give judgment pé kí ló ṣe é ṣóun nìkan lọ́kọ́ máa kọ́kọ́ kọ̀ ní. Gbogbo wa náà la sọ wípé ó mà ṣe o. Ó ṣe nítorí pé ó dùn èmi pé mi ò mọ ọmọbìnrin yìí kó tó di ẹni àná, kó tó di ẹni tí ò sí mọ́ láyé. Ó dùn mí torí àbá fi ọ̀rọ̀ gbé ọ̀rọ̀ fún. Àbá jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé bíbẹ́ kọ́ lóògùn orí fífọ́. Unfortunately, she's no more for us to talk to her. Tó bá rí ìrírí ayé lóríṣiríṣi. Bóyá ká ní ọmọ yìí sọ̀rọ̀ síta, ilé ayé ò bá má end sí bó ṣe end sí. Bó kò sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ síta, kò sẹ́ni tó gbọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yin tẹ̀rí níta, tẹ̀rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí big woman, ìyàwó bàbá aláyé, ẹ̀yin ti fi ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹ ti condemn ẹ̀ because ẹ believe pé òun ni bákan. Whoever you are, àwa ò mọ̀ bẹ́ ṣe jẹ́ o, but bóyá ẹ̀ ń ṣe tiẹ̀, àbí nǹkan tẹ́ sọ pé jẹ́ ká mú dání. A kàn kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ debunk pé òun kọ́ ló lé ìyàwó kejì lọ, kò dẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan kan. Gbọ́yìn àti gbọ́yìn.
Wọ́n fẹ́ yàwó ń pààrọ̀ yàwó. Ṣé bó wà sí? So gbogbo ẹ̀ lánàá yẹn a wà ń bẹ̀ alẹ́ ya tó kú òun bẹ̀, but a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Àbíkẹ́ náà lajú. Kó tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n bẹ̀rù kó má gbé òun lọ sí Yaba.
So àmọ́ Àbíkẹ́ tó ń sọ bóyá ọ̀rẹ́ ẹlẹ́dì yẹn ló ń jẹ́ Àbíkẹ́ o, or àbẹ tó mọ̀ o, but she's making it look like pé ẹ tún gbọ́ bí ẹni tí ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣe sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ní Àbíkẹ́ yẹn, ó ní torí tó bá máa gbé lọ yàpá apá òsì ló máa ń lọ. So ó sọ fún wa wípé Àbíkẹ́ tó ń sọ yẹn gan, òun gan ní skánskan, pé ó ní skánskan. Ó ga o.
Wọ́n gbé lọ tí nǹkan bá ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn aṣọ tó kò sí nǹkan kan tó máa gbé lọ alátìsúná dúró tì sílé ká tó máa bọ̀ ní lálẹ́ àná. So nǹkan gbogbo kan tó ju wá rí nìyẹn. Ó parẹ́ nítorí ọkùnrin ọ̀dà. Mo wá bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ní orí. Wọ́n máa yọ chief of staff kúrò ní orúkọ ẹ̀. Mo wá bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ní orí torí wọ́n gan yẹn.
Ó parọ́ àǹtí tó sọ̀rọ̀, bọ̀dá yóò fine rárá. Jàjàjàjàjà. Bọ̀dá yóò fine. Bóyá wọ́n dẹ̀ ní nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí, bóyá ó tóbi ni torí kò tiẹ̀ yé mi. Kò sẹ́ni tó rí wọn. Wọ́n dàbí ta máa fọwọ́ nù báyìí tẹ̀kọ̀ máa rò pé ta làwọn. Bọ̀dá yẹn hogi. Jàjàjàjà. Bọ̀dá mi, bọ̀dá kí ló ń jẹ́ náà? Tayo Ayinde, fine. Bóyá kí ní abẹ́ yín fine ṣàbọ̀tẹ́ fine. Fine. Òótọ́ ni parọ́ lórí yẹn.
Ó wá ń fẹ́ yàwó ń pààrọ̀ yàwó ń náwó Lagos State bó ṣe wù ú ń ná bí ẹlẹ́gbà. Ṣé bó gbogbo àṣírí táwọn ò lè tú síta? Òun ni gist lover ti tú síta yẹn. Ó ń ra ilé káàkiri fáwọn girlfriend.
Tẹ́yìn wo ni ò lè tú síta? Kí lẹ́yìn mọ̀ ń pa wọn? Bá gbà tó kú tán lẹ ṣe ń gbọ́. Torí pé ẹgbọ́ lẹ́nu gist lover àtàwọn tó mọ̀ wọ́n díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo adó la máa ń he sọ. Àwọn ti kí nǹkan asáré he sọ. Àwọn náà máa ṣe wípé a ní first hand information. Yes, òótọ́ ni parọ́. Wọ́n ròyìn wọ́n ní bọ̀dá wa Àyìndé gẹ́gẹ́ bí gin lover náà ṣe sọ, wọ́n ní wọ́n ra lé alẹ́jì ni o, wọ́n ní wọ́n ra lé fóbìnrin lóríṣiríṣi. Òun ló ṣe yà mí lẹ́nu pé Agége ló ra lé sí fún first wife tán ṣe ẹlẹ́dàá wọn pé wáì tó jẹ́ pé Agége ni wọ́n ra lé sí fún wọn. Kí ló tó lè ra lé sí Lẹ́kì bọ́n ṣe náà ra lé sí Lẹ́kì fún àwọn girlfriend. Do you understand? That is, he was always buying houses, you know, for ladies in Lekki, choice areas that we can't even say in Lagos State, you know. So you're right. On máa ń ra lé fóbìnrin, àlẹ́jì ni o, èmi kọ́ mo sọ mi ò mọ̀ o, èmi ò rí o.
Sanwó-Olú náà wà ń bẹ lánàá gbogbo wọn lọ́jọ́ ń wò ó bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn báyìí ìyàwó Sanwó-Olú náà wà ń bẹ gbogbo àjọ wà ń bẹ lánàá ni
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú APC báyìí wọ́n kún mẹ́rin lánàá.
gbogbo wọn lọ́gbọ́dọ̀ wà ń bẹ.
èyí gan náà máa sí ìbọn tèmi ti wá sí Ṣàgámù ọlọ́run ló ní mo ti lọ kẹ́rù ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù láàárọ̀ àná wọ́n náà ti ọjà fún ni o
wọ́n ti
ṣẹmọ̀ pọ̀ ọmọ ọjọ́ra náà lọ́mọ sí màmá tó dẹ̀ tọ́ àjọ wà nù ọjà ni.
àǹtí ẹni ṣẹmọ̀ pọ̀ ọmọ ọjọ́ra náà lọ́mọ sí alọ́lọ́mọ ò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ kú fọ́ Táyọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ò ní gbà ṣe yín ṣe wọn ò ní bá yín tọ́ àwọn ọmọ yín láṣẹ Ìdùmarè ọwọ́ tó wá ṣẹ́gun sí gbogbo wa ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa wo fíìmù yìí létà ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bá mi wò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ọwọ́ tó ṣẹ́gun sí gbogbo wa ló máa jẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba wọn ò ní bá wa tọ́ ọmọ wa. She said pé ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àmọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ ọjọ́ra náà lọ́ mọ̀ sí wọ́n ti gbogbo ọjà nítorí tiẹ̀ kí wá ló jẹ́ ṣọ́sọ mi pé ọjọ́ra lòun kọ́ lòun bí ni ọmọ ọjọ́ra ni kò ṣe pé ọmọ ọjọ́ra lọ́ mọ̀ sí ọmọ ọjọ́ra ni torí pé ìyá ti ẹ̀kọ́ ló tọ́ nítorí pé stepmother ló tọ́ nítorí pé èèyàn bàbá ẹ̀ lọ fún ìyá ẹ̀ lóyún níta does not mean pé ọmọ ọjọ́ra náà lọ́ mọ̀ sí. So mo fẹ́ kẹ́ wo ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí all of you that you are going to be taking a look at this voice note or listening to it. Do you understand? Mojo said maybe because first wife is used to Ikorodu Agege and Ikorodu now mate. Well, right. So, for all of you, critically, always look at things when you are analyzing it. And it's too sorry. What is our motive in bringing this out about the dead? She said, Ọmọ Ọjọ́ra náà ló mọ̀ sí. Bàbá Ọjọ́ra ọmọ ẹ̀ ní gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Ọjọ́ra dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé cousin àwọn ni. So àǹtí bóyá sọ̀dùn dẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ sọ pé ọmọ Ọjọ́ra náà lọ kúkú mọ̀ sí. Ọmọ Ọjọ́ra ni ẹni ọmọ Ọjọ́ra ni nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ sọ gangan nìyẹn. Ṣé ti yé yín ẹni ọmọ Ọjọ́ra kúkú ni pé so wọ́n ti ọjà. Ṣé àwọn gbàgbé àkímọ àgbésílẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ bóyá kò tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn pé ọmọ Ọjọ́ra ni ṣe understand. So ọmọ Ọjọ́ra ni. Kọ́là wa yìí tó ń pè mí jẹ́ kí ẹ lè pe padà ó tẹ́ bá ìfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ so ọmọ Ọjọ́ra ni so kò ṣe pé ọmọ Ọjọ́ra lọ mọ̀ sí so nítorí pé ìyá tó tọ́ yẹn èmi rò pé ìyá ó ti tọ́ ọmọ ni pé wọ́n tọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ so ẹ̀yin gan tẹ́ bá máa rí ó yẹ kẹ́ máa rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ni pé ọmọ màmá ni kò pé ọmọ màmá ló tọ́ wọ́n gbà á tọ́ ni èmi ò mọ reason no mi ò mọ ntẹ́yìn náà ti ń gbọ́ tó fi mú yín sọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣà bí ọ̀rọ̀ àlùfàǹṣà ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ti sọ sí òkú ọ̀run bó ṣe kúkú ẹ̀sín bí ìyá ṣe kúkú ẹ̀sín bó ṣe rí pé ó kọ́ mọ́lẹ̀ bó ṣe jẹ́ pé ó ń ṣe ìgbéraga.
ṣẹ́rí sista.
Ẹ má ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò sí pàṣọ kankan mo ti ṣàlàyé.
ó tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n á bẹ̀rù kọ́ máa gbé lọ sí Yaba torí Yaba pọ́ọ̀sì lọ máa ń gbé lọ tí nǹkan bá ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn aṣọ pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó máa gbé lọ alátùnú lọ dúró tì sílé ká tó máa bọ̀ ní lálẹ́ àná so nǹkan gbogbo nǹkan tó ju wá rí nìyẹn ó parẹ́ nítorí ọkùnrin yóò dà mo wá bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ní orí wọ́n máa yọ chief of staff kúrò ní orúkọ ẹ̀ mo wá bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ní orí
mo sọ mo ní ó good
torí wọn gan yẹn
ó lè good
ó wá ń fẹ́ yàwó ń pààrọ̀ yàwó ń náwó Lagos State bó ṣe wù ú ní ẹlẹ́dà ṣé bó gbogbo àṣírí táwọn ò lè tú síta
ní jíìn lọ́ba tí bá a
ní jíìn lọ́ba tí tú síta yẹn ó ra ilé káàkiri fáwọn girlfriend
ó wà lọ́ra Agége fún yàrá Agége
Sanwó-Olú náà wà ń bẹ lánàá gbogbo wọn lọ́jọ́ ń wò bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn báyìí ìyàwó Sanwó-Olú náà wà ń bẹ gbogbo àjọ wà ń bẹ lánàá ni gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú APC báyìí wọ́n kún mẹ́rin lánàá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo wọn ní ẹ̀ parọ́.
èyí gan náà máa sí ìbọn tèmi ti wá sí Ṣàgámù ọlọ́run ló mo ti lọ kẹ́rù ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù láàárọ̀ àná wọ́n lọ sí ọjà fún ni o ṣe mọ̀ pọ́ ọmọ Ọjọ́ra náà lọ́mọ sí ilẹ̀ màmá tó dẹ̀ tọ́ àjọ wà nínú ọjà ni.
màmá tó dẹ̀ tọ́.
ọlọ́run á bá wọn ṣe á bá wọn yanjú ẹ̀ ó ga o.
mo bẹ́yìn máa bá wọn yanjú ẹ̀ ni èmi sì ọ̀pẹ máa bá wọn yanjú ẹ̀ ni.
èyí ẹsẹ̀ kan báyìí tí ẹ̀ náà gbẹ̀mí ara rẹ̀ nítorí pé.
Hello caller.
Hello, Sister Àjọkẹ́.
Yes ma, ẹ káàsán ma. Ẹ káàsán ma. À ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. À ń gbọ́ yín. Kí ni wọ́n ṣe poor network? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? À ń gbọ́ yín.
Mo fẹ́ mọ́ ìtọ́jú àwọn àgbọ̀pọ̀ yìí.
Hello ma.
Hello, àti ṣáàjì.
Go on ma, à ń gbọ́ yín. À ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. À ń gbọ́ yín. À ń gbọ́ yín. Ẹ bá máa sọ̀rọ̀ tí yín lọ, à ń gbọ́ yín. Now, gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ, mo láti wá láti jẹ́ kí everybody kó yé wa wípé àǹtí tó give voice note sí síta tó di tí wọ́n ń pín yẹ́lẹyẹ̀lẹ tí wọ́n ń fi òkú ọ̀hún ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ wípé ó gbọ́kọ lọ́kọ ni wípé pàṣán tó fi na àǹtí Títílọlá pé òun náà fi na òun náà. Mo wá clarify and thank God we have been able to do it. And ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà lórí ètò mi tẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo sọ, please help me to share this so that people will understand that the late Doyin was never part of ẹni tó jẹ́ kí àǹtí Títílọlá kan kúrò nínú ilé. Àǹtí Títílọlá ti lọ 6 years before Doyin came in. And àǹtí tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, mo fẹ́ pé kí gbogbo wa mọ̀ wípé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ in a position of ẹni tó ní èèyàn sínú. Bí àbí tó yẹ pé bóyá wọ́n gbọ́ nǹkan kan nípa late Doyin káwọn náà má close mọ́, kọ́kàn draw conclusion wọn from nǹkan tó ń gbọ́ nípa ẹ̀. Mi ò mọ̀, ó dùn mí ká ní mo mọ̀ ni. Ó mà ṣe o, kò ní kú, Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n well, àkọsílẹ̀ kò ní tà sí. Gbogbo ń ta bá kọ sílẹ̀ nílé ayé, lọ́run àmàbá nílé ayé, Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ ká kọ nǹkan ìbànújẹ́ sílẹ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ fáǹtì, ẹni tí ò tí ì kó ikú tó máa pa òun. Hello ma. Hello ma, à ń gbọ́ yín. Ẹ kọ́ ọ̀lẹ́ ma. Yes ma.
Àǹtí Ẹ̀jọ̀kẹ́, from another area limited, fẹ́ mú issue girl yìí. Ṣé ẹ fi pé mi ò mọ any one of them rí o? Ẹ fi pé Àlàbá Ayọ̀kù yẹn would have been in the picture before that Adedo. Ọmọ yẹn kọ́ lè má fẹ́. Ṣé láwọn ọkùnrin yìí ogun tó ń kó sínú ayé obìnrin ti pọ̀ jù? Ó lè ti ní a lot of promises. Bí ẹ̀yẹn lè ti máa, Àlàbá Ayọ̀kù yẹn lè ti máa wò pé
òun ló máa gbé wọlé.
Opportunity rẹ̀ láti di Mrs. whatever, Mrs. Ayinde or whatever, tí Tayo Ayinde yẹn lè jẹ. Ṣé kò yẹ yín kọ́kọ̀ tó wá mú Doyin dé?
Ó yé mi.
Kó ń ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó wá fight back láti fẹ́ gba position. Ọkùnrin wàhálà tó máa ń dálẹ̀ ti pọ̀ jù nínú ayé obìnrin. Ọkọ̀ dùn mí pé lady yẹn ti léètì. Then to Ojora's family is a big disappointment. Báwọn Ojora ṣe tó lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn, kọ́kọ̀ jẹ́ kọ́ ti girl yẹn gbígbà ẹ̀tọ́ sí òkújọ́. Mi ò ní anybody just anybody. Ó kọ̀ sí bí ọmọ tí ò ní bàbá tí ò ní ìyá.
No, normally ma, kíni ni ọmọ Mùsùlùmí ni. Wọn kì í ọmọ Mùsùlùmí wọn fi òkú ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ for a long time. So wọ́n ní láti sin bó ṣe sí yẹn ma.
Okay, wọ́n láti sin lọ́jọ́ kejì. Okay, lóòótọ́ ni iná Muslim second day ló ń ṣe ní ọmọ. Mo tẹ̀ ti gbàgbé yẹn. Bọ̀ tó dùn mí sábọ̀ ṣe sí. Ó yẹ kó probe máa yẹn Ọlọ́run Táyọ̀ Àyìndé yẹn. Bọ̀ ṣé mo power talk. Èkó kò sí ìgbẹ́gbẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́ ṣe gbogbo Fẹ́mi whatever tó ń tọ́ kiri náà. Tó bá yá ẹ fún wọn léyìí ẹ̀. Wọ́n máa sweep under carpet ni. Kígbà ibẹ̀ ó gbọ́ ọmọ mẹ́ta lọ́wọ́ obìnrin. Just like that. Kò sí nǹkan tí ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà. Kò sí nǹkan tí ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀.
Ṣèbí Nàìjíríà ni.
Ọlọ́run àfàlágbára wọn ti lè.
Àmì o, ẹ ṣé gan ma, thank you so much.
Ọlọ́run adé forí jìgẹ́ yẹn, á báyọ̀ tó á bá tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ètò sílẹ̀. Ká ló léèyàn ni, ká ló ní màmá ni, ó lè má parẹ́.
Definitely.
Ó lè má parẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Torí màmí á ti máa sọ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń lọ. Ṣé wọn á ti máa Ọlọ́run ló mọ iye nǹkan tí gẹ̀ yẹn ń fè. Kì í ṣòro pé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn sílẹ̀ nìkan. Ó lè jẹ́ pé issue yẹn ti pọ̀ jù tí ò lè á máa wọ pé òun ò lè dá gbé kinní yẹn kó ti heavy jù. The best kóun lọ sí ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, kò sí rọ́ńbẹ́ mà.
I just feel for her, but Àlàbá Ayọ̀kù yẹn, èmi mọ̀ for sure that lady has been in the picture before Doyin. Doyin kọ̀ dédé dé lọ́sàn-án gan. Wọ́n mú Doyin dé. Alaba yòókù lè máa jẹ́ ìyàwó nílé o. But máa yẹn ti máa ó lè ti máa date Alaba yòókù yẹn. Before kì í wọ́n tó lé the second one.
Oh, possible kò jẹ́ pé yẹn, but I don't know. But she was the secretary to the man.
Kí èsì wá wò pé òun ti rí ibi tó òun máa jókòó sí. Ipe bíbá yìí òun bọ̀. Ó lè jẹ́ nítorí yẹn nìyẹn ti fọkọ ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Alaba yẹn náà wá dúró nídúró pé ṣé o lọ mú gẹ̀rì? O ò ní gbádùn. Understand irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé bí bá obìnrin when it comes to ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin, àti máa a lot of obìnrin ti máa ń múlẹ̀ jù. Then apart from that, ẹjọ́ mú tẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ ọ̀kan fún ẹ̀yàn kan náà sọ ní last program tẹ̀ ṣe. Wípé kì í ṣe program pé kì í ṣe about love you. Kó má kí ọmọ máa gbé ọkùnrin sórí rẹpẹtẹ pé ọkọ mi o kò lè lọ bò mí o tó bá lọ bò mí àmà para wa. Gbogbo kí nìyẹn kí obìnrin try láti máa ṣì tẹ̀ kúrò lọ́kùn. Ẹ tó bá máa lọ kó lọ bí òun lè rẹ́ mi ṣe yẹ ṣèyá àwọn ọmọ yìí. Tó bá máa lọ kó lọ ètò bá dẹ̀ máa dúró kó dúró. Téèyàn bá lọ́kọ kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nú ẹ̀. Kọ́ńtì tí mo wà yìí àìmọye obìnrin tí ò lọ́kọ ilé ni ẹ̀ ti gbọ́dọ̀ má lọ́kọ. Ilé ni gbogbo orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ti máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Àìmọye obìnrin tó jẹ́ single mother ń bí báyìí wọ́n dẹ̀ live life but wọ́n live fine kò sẹ́ni tó fi ń bú wọn. Níbi ìlú tí mo tún wá wà ẹ̀ dẹ̀ sọ bẹ́bẹ́ fún yín kò sọ́mọ àlè ẹ̀ ní báyìí o. Ṣètú wá fẹ́ gbọ́ tuntun kò sí kọ̀kọ́ tó ń pè lọ́mọ àlè níbí báyìí. Ilé lèmi ti ń gbọ́ ọmọ àlè.
Ọmọ àlè kí ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀?
Ẹ wò ó ti dí ọ ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́lòmíì kọ́
ẹ ṣe gan ma.
Ọlọ́run àṣàánú Ọlọ́run àforíjì.
Àmín.
Àbẹ̀bà tọ́jú ọ̀hún.
Àmín ma. God bless you ma. Thank you so much ma. Like the one she said, of course, we are starting the program on women awareness campaign. You know, health awareness campaign, mental health awareness campaign for women. And Mama Shea, last Saturday of every month or last Sunday, last Saturday of every month or last Sunday of every month, by 4 Saturday or Sunday, 4 o'clock of every last Saturday of every month. Last Saturday of every month, Kamashe gbogbo àwọn obìnrin tó bá ní experience about life, kàn wá share experience wọn fún wa. We can look, when things like this happened to me, this is how I handled it. So that so many of these young ones coming, and so many of us together, will be able to learn from you. A lot of women are committing suicide now because they believe this particular problem is peculiar to them. People tó yẹ pé àríwó eléèrí wọ́n ní wọ́n máa fi ń dẹ́rù bọ́ lọ́rọ̀ ni. Àìmọye sí àwọn àgbààgbà tí wọ́n bá wá ń fún wa ní experiences wọn. Bóyá orí wa pépé look. À ń para wa kọ́ ní ilé ayé. La fẹ́ fi ra ilé ayé gbé. Àìmọye ọ̀nà. So we organize it and I will put it out every last Saturday of the month. And Mama Shea on Saturdays. Àgbé àwọn tó ti ní experience tó lè wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa how to have a healthy relationship, how to live your life even after divorce, how to live your life even within a marriage that you can still control, that you can still have an healthy marriage, but of course with infidelity. How have they been doing it? So they will talk to us on it. Much I say about all, like I said, we have been able to let you know that this late person, died unfortunately because she was unable to listen, to talk to people. She bottled everything up. Do not bottle anything up. Suicide is not an answer to any problem. It is not the solution. Whatever you're going through is just temporal. With time, you get over it. Everything is a phase in life. There is a phase to cry, there is a phase to smile. Whatever we go through in life, it's stage by stage. Kò sí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílé ayé tí a ti kọ́ mọ́ ni. Gbogbo ohun tí ẹ bá ń go through, do not think life should end like that. No. Think about the good time you've had with the man. Think about the good time with your children. Think of what makes you happy. Think about the brighter side of life. Life is too sweet. Do not kill yourself. Talk to people. Seek for help. Anytime, any day. Seek for help. Speak out. Don't close your mouth. Speak out. Speak out. Thank you so much, everybody. Remember, tomorrow is the 8th day. Tí Doyin tó fi ilẹ̀ ṣe aṣọbora. We pray pé kí Ọlọ́run ọba kó bá wa rọ àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ lójú. Ọmọ tí Doyin fi sílẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba. Ègún ìdílé kò ní ṣẹ lórí mu lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ikú ẹlẹ́yà tán ní ìyá Doyin kú. Ikú ẹlẹ́yà tán ní Doyin kú. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ò ní bá wọn kú irú ẹ̀ lórúkọ Jésù. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run ọba á bá wa délé fún. Adarí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yìí torí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ńlá ni. Ọlọ́run ọba á bá wa fojú, á bá wa darí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yìí. So 8 days tomorrow in Ojora's family compound in Lagos. We've put it out there. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá jẹ́ èèyàn mi Èkó tẹ́ bá wà ńbẹ̀, ẹ lọ bá wọn lọ síbẹ̀. Suicide is not an option. No, never. Seek for help. Thank you very much. And to you, Tayo Ayinde, they said you are taking care of all your children, but you have not been good to women. You have not been good to women. No. Not the way you treated the Doyin. Doyin loved you with all her heart. Doyin loved you. You met her. Even if you were going out with whoever people thought maybe you were going out with, that person was not out there. And that was why she met you while you were staying alone without a woman for 6 years that you've parted way with the second wife. You had nobody at home at all. So, what happened? Why the sudden change? Why making a young girl to Ele Bilomo? Because you are 58, she is 58. At 20, Ele Bimo now, you know. So, Omote Julogon, Ele Bilomo ni. Ele Bilomo, Benisa. You know, unfortunately, you didn't treat her well. No, you did not treat her well. You did not. Àwọn ọmọ ṣe mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe gba àwọn ọmọ first wife yìí tó yẹ pé second wife ló tọ̀ nìyẹn. No, so ẹ tún ti gba àwọn ọmọ Doyin ẹ ti kó fún Nani for now, but I'm very sure because definitely Ayoku is coming home and she's going to take care of the children. You know, well, it is well. It is what it is. But Ọlọ́run ló bá ní ìdájọ́ lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run kó bá dájọ́ dáadáa. Just take care of the children for the sake of the woman, you know, and let your conscience continue to judge you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you for coming, for buying us stars, and for commenting, and for doing everything. Mary Usman, wọ́n lọ ṣàna láwùsá lé, wọ́n lọ ṣàna láwùsá lé. Àṣegàmbàrí ni Mary Usman, wọ́n lọ ṣàna láwùsá lé. Mary Usman said it's a sassy. It might not be a sassy. We all go through one thing or the other in life. And don't forget, mental health is real. You know, depression is real. And so it's not, everything is not assassin. Show you to jump látorí ilé, to jump to bọ́ sísàlẹ̀. Ṣé ó sàsì assassin ni? Kò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ assassin. Ọlọ́run máa carry nǹkan tó ju ẹ̀mí wa lọ. Ṣó ti yé yín. God bless you all. I appreciate you. I'll see you later in the next 1 hour or so to talk about Oko Olóyun's wife that got married again. People are saying, talk about it. And then the recent one that's going on, the prevailing one on Dr. Olaleye, thank God justice is going to be served. So we'll talk about that when I come back. See you very soon. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Bye.